Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of Minecraft from the Hypermine server. My name is Dave and I'll be host for this episode as always. Today we are building ourselves a shop. I need diamonds and I want to contribute a little bit to the server a bit more. And a shop is the way to do both of these things. Now, we are setting up a wood shop. That's why we are chopping trees. I'm currently working on the acacia. I've opted to do things like this, where I spread them out in a grid and chop down whichever tree is growing at the time. This way I don't need to use any bone meal, because you can see they're just popping up left and right. And I also still get a bunch of these saplings back. I'm actually getting a surplus of saplings from this, so I might actually sell some of those as well. Alright, acacia is done. Full shulker box. We got a full shulker box of spruce already. Next up, I guess, we'll work on jungle. I got some birch and some oak already. We will not sell any of the cherry wood, because there already is a cherry shop over there in the shopping district, so we don't need to worry about that. We do still need dark oak and the mangrove wood. Am I missing any trees? I mean, there are the nether trees, but I don't think I'll sell those. I'm not quite sure yet. I might, but they will not be part of the initial stock, is what I'm trying to say. So let's work on the jungle wood. Probably the most annoying one to farm. Sure, you can do the 2x2 trees and you get a lot of wood from those, but don't get enough saplings to regrow those, so, yeah, I don't know, it's always a struggle, setting those up. I think I'll just grow a few single trees, bunch of space in between, and just get some saplings from them. Oh boy, is chopping wood fun. All of these shulker boxes are full. The one that I still want to have before we open our shop is the mangrove wood. That will go right there. But before I continue with that, very annoying task, let's head over to the shopping district and start working on our shop. I feel like lately I've been building quite a lot of houses. I typically don't, and honestly, I don't feel like building a house today. Yeah, I've done that quite a bit. I think circles today. So yeah. I think this would be a good spot for our wood shop. Right over there is the cherry shop, where we can get the cherry tree, or where the cherry wood is being sold, which we don't have. So we set up our stuff over here and people buy wood there. Get the rest over there. I think that will work out quite well. And this is sort of in the corner, which I think will work well for like a corner of the road, which will work well with our open design door to shop, since no house, no walls, I guess. So first up, we should maybe figure out how big this area is, and then see what our diameter will be. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and 16. Okay. I guess we can have one more block over there. That would make it 17, so we got an odd number. So that will come back to here. Yeah, I think that's a good size. Alright, time to find a circle generator and build a circle with this size. Now, how is that for a circle? I think that fits pretty well. At first I was a bit worried if we're encroaching a bit too much on the area of this shop over here, of Oni's shop. But there's still a lot of space around it, so I'm sure this is fine. And top floors are still empty anyway, so I don't think that matters much. I think it fits there pretty well. I like the shape. It will work out pretty well. So let's think about some block choices. I do want to have a border around it, probably not cobblestone. So maybe we do the acacia log and polished andesite thing that I have rediscovered in the last episode, because I'm excited about it. I'm not quite sure. I kind of want to design the floor a little bit, like put it into different segments. How many wood types are we selling, actually, now that I think about it? So we got 6 here currently. We still want to get mangrove wood, and then there's also the cherry wood, so that would be 8. But then there's also the 2 nether woods that I don't know if we want to sell yet. I kind of don't right now, but that might change in the future, so that would be 10. So between 7 and 10. How about we sell in groups of 2? And if we end up with 7, then, like with an odd number, then one will just be alone in its own category. I think that's fine, honestly. Yeah, let's do that. So we group it into groups of 2. And we want to have up to 5 segments. 4 at the moment, and then 1 possible segment in the future. So split a circle 5 ways in Minecraft. That doesn't sound fun at all, actually. I'll figure something out. Whatever, I'll figure something out. Yeah, nah, splitting it 5 ways, I don't think we need to do that. How about we split it 2 ways, just like that. Instead of having symmetry, like to a point, and then having a segment over there, and then repeat it like that. How about we have an axis like that, going through the middle, on a diagonal, if we keep it, like in Minecraft terms, on a diagonal. And yeah, we'll mirror it like that. Look at that, it's still symmetric, and we have all the space that we need. We can put 5 barrels on here and 5 on here. That's our 10 types. We put our inches, our ATM on here, and that is all we need. I think that will work out pretty well. At first I thought I'll only really have our shop be the circle and moving down a little bit to make the area a bit more noticeable. But it's really easy to miss, and it doesn't look all that impressive if you just walk through here, like you just look above it. So I think we'll have a bit of a fence around it and maybe some gates on the 2 entrances. So we'll do that. First, I kind of want to start with the stock though. Stock and shop. Let's go for barrels, I would say. So we'll make a few barrels. I guess we'll make 10 barrels. We only need 8 at the moment. No, not even that. We need 7. Which way around? That way around? Or that way around? I think that way around looks better. So we'll have these over here. What did I say? 7? So we'll go like this, I think. Looks alright. And then I brought our shulker boxes. Let's see how we distribute those. I think we'll have oak, birch, jungle, and spruce all together, being the old-timey sort of wood types. So let's say maybe oak and birch over here. So oak into that one, birch into that one, and then spruce and jungle into these 2. Yep. Like that. And then we have acacia and dark oak. Let's put dark oak over on this one and acacia on this one. And then this one in the middle will be the big one, the weird one, mangrove wood. Yeah, mangrove wood. That will go into there. Let's fill these. I've been thinking about how to mark these barrels so we know which wood types is in there without having to open the barrel. And I think I will just put a button on it with the wood type. So this one is dark oak. We'll put dark oak into there. I don't think I have any left. So let's maybe start with 1 jungle button on jungle, like that. And then this one is spruce. I don't have any spruce wood on me anymore. Well, that works out pretty well. Here we have an acacia button. Just want to see how easy it is to tell the wood type. We just have the buttons all around. I mean, I think you can tell pretty well, right? Let me get the rest of the buttons. Yeah, I think that's pretty intuitive, don't you think? I also put the trapdoors on top of it just because I had the wood left over. If you just craft one of these, well, that made sense to me. I think that'll work out quite well. What do you think, buddy? What do you sell? Cactus, fern, orange tulip. Hey, that is the best flower in the game, but I do not have any emeralds on me, so no thanks. Yeah, I think that'll work out pretty well. All of these are filled now, so people could technically start buying things, so we haven't set up a sign yet with how much everything will cost. I think 1 stack per 1 diamond per stack is a good price. I think that makes sense. So that's what we'll go for. Let's continue working on our shop. However, so as I've said, I think I want to have some gates at the entrances and a fence around it. So let's maybe work on that. I think we'll keep with the theme with acacia logs and polished andesite. I think we'll go with some slabs on top of some stuff. So here's what I'm thinking currently. We'll go up like 3 blocks over here. With that. And then we'll have a fence along here and maybe another pillar thing over here. I didn't get the slabs. Those are in here. Just to make things a little bit more interesting. What do we make the fence out of? Do we go for more acacia log? More acacia, I guess. I'm not quite sure. Let's build these. 2, 3. 1, 2. Then I guess we'll just do 2 over here. Could you like stop walking along these guys? You're starting to get a little annoying. Could you go somewhere else? Should we do something like this for the gates? I'm thinking about putting a log up top. That's what I usually do though, and I feel like it'll get boring eventually. Maybe do something different. I mean, we can have fence on here maybe. And put the log on top of that. I think that will work as a gate. Fairly simple. Hung up a sign. We now have an official name. Flasau's Would You Believe It Wood Shop. Or short, Fuibs. I put the pricing on the back of the sign, so if you can if you don't know how much to pay and you're frustrated and you turn around, you want to leave, it's right there. So 1 stack of logs for 1 diamond, and yeah, I put the other gate over here. Now for the fence in between, it's starting to be very gray, and then we have the red and orange in there, but I think we could use a more bright color, and since we are a wood shop, how about we use birch? Birch fences in here. I wonder if that will work, or if that will stand out a little bit too much. Well, there's one way to find out. I brought some birch. That is not part of our stock. And we'll make a whole bunch of these. And we'll just see how that works. I feel like it will probably work out fine. We're mixing wood with wood, so that usually works out. Didn't quite have enough. Yeah, this is what we got now. And it's actually really boring. Not gonna lie. But I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I'll put up the rest of the fence. I didn't really have enough. And then we gotta go and farm the mangrove wood. And I got 0, so that would be a whole lot of fun. But I'll show you how I'll go about it. I did find a way of farming mangrove wood that isn't too annoying. It's still kind of annoying, but it's not that bad. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. Has this ever happened to you? You grew some big trees and now your floor is podzol. You want to revert it back, but all your tools have silk touch. So when you break the podzol, you just get the podzol unset instead of dirt. What you can do to fix this is simply turn the podzol into path blocks by right-clicking on them, and then if you break it, it reverts back to dirt, which you can then place, and it will slowly turn into grass. Another method that you can use is you can turn the path block then into farmland, which you cannot do with podzol, and over time this will just dry out if there's no water sources around, or you jump on it. You could also place a block on top of it and then break that, but yeah, typically it's the easiest to just turn everything into path blocks, break it, and replace it. And then the grass can grow back over, the podzol is gone, and your lawn looks like a lawn. So that's how you do that. Now that all the podzol is gone, let's talk about how I farm my mangrove wood. Since mangroves are pretty annoying to deal with, this is what I do. I grow them in a grid packed like this. The issue is if you place all the propagules down first and then you start growing them one by one, you will destroy a bunch of the propagules, because when the root blocks generate, they actually destroy these and you don't get them back. So What you do is you get a bunch of bone meal and you start and place them one by one. So we know this one is the one that we already did. So we'll grow the next one right next to it. There's that. And then this will be the next. And basically we grow them like this. We'll ensure that we get a decent pack of mangrove logs up above. I'm not quite sure what a good number is for this. I usually just do as many as I have, to be honest. If you grow it too big, you will lose quite a few propagules. And next time you grow them, you can't really grow them as big. I find this to be ideal when it pushes you into a 1x1, because it's a little easier to navigate and remember where you were, I feel like. Maybe that's just me, though. Alright, we'll do one more row, and we'll start chopping them down. So now that we have grown this monstrosity, we want to start chopping it down, and I like to do that from the very top. Since there's a bunch of vines on these, you can typically just climb all the way up. I do like using a fast hoe, like our efficiency 4 diamond hoe, to get rid of the leaf blocks, and I'll just dig my way through to the logs, and eventually, as we move further down, we get bigger patches of logs. You do want to make sure that you don't miss too many logs up above, though, because it will be very annoying trying to pull it back up, trying to find these. Here's another tip that I can give you. The leaf blocks have some holes in them, at least if you play with the fancy graphic settings for leaves, which means you can look through them. And all the leaf blocks above have the same holes in the same places, so if you look straight up, you can look through all the leaf blocks. It doesn't matter how many you have above you. Because of that, if you move below a block with a log, you cannot see the sky, and that means there's a log above you that you need to chop down. That also works sideways. However, you really got to make sure that you're looking straight through just one block. Sometimes you look kind of at an angle, and then you look through one block and then out of another one, and then you think there is no logs, it's stuck, but there is, and it's a whole thing. But yeah, these are my main tips. That's how I do it, and then I just start chopping everything down. And since we grew all the trees nice and compact in one area, all the logs are fairly compact too. That makes this fairly easy, fairly simple. I mean, it's still kind of annoying, but it's not that bad. Chopping these down one by one is definitely much, much worse. Once you've chopped down all the mangrove logs that you can be bothered with, you may have some left and some leaves are not despawning, and you will have a bunch of these root blocks, and these root blocks are really annoying. I don't find them too nice to build with them. I mean, they can be useful for some stuff, but for most things they're just... They don't look all that good, and you get a lot of them, and they're in the way, and you gotta break them because they don't decay by themselves. Thankfully, on the Hypermine server, we like to live dangerously, and we have fire tick enabled, so I typically just burn them down. This will also get rid of all the residual logs that you may have missed. Now, of course, if you're farming the logs, you kind of want to get as many as you can, but if there's just 1 or 2 left in there, and you gotta pull her up and try to look for it, and take a bunch of time, I don't know, that's too annoying for me. I just burn it down, and I'd rather just start chopping down another tree, then try to look for the last 2 logs in the same amount of time. What a nice campfire. Looks like there's 1 log burning. Can we get that one? Good. Picked it up. There's some we missed. Thank you. I don't know how many propagules we had when we started, but now we have 26, which is I think about as many as we had. So that's pretty good. If you find yourself all out of propagules, but you still have some leaf blocks around, what you do is you bone meal the leaf block once, and it will start growing a propagule, and then you bone meal the propagule itself a few times until it's fully grown, you break it. So you can get quite a lot of propagules before even starting chopping these down, which is really nice. All you need is a bunch of bone meal. Eventually, we end up with 1 full shulker box of mangrove logs, which is our stock. We have some to use ourselves. All the other stuff that you get, you will probably end up get some root blocks and some moss carpet and stuff like that. You can go and just turn the stuff into bone meal. So if you don't want to burn the whole thing down, you don't have fire tick enabled, you can also just yeah, turn the stuff into bone meal, which you probably want to automate. Just put a hopper on top of this and one below. That'll work out. Just so you can dump all this nonsense somewhere. The leaves I usually keep around because they're quite nice. I like building with those. Okay, put that stuff into here. Take our shulker box and off to the shop. And into the barrel you go. Really quick. Load number 1 and number 2. And we are fully stocked. Yeah, look at that. I don't think anybody has bought anything yet. Can quickly check. Nope, nothing so far. But we are starting to help the server out a little bit. The economy of the server. Selling wood is always something fairly useful, and people can save themselves some time just buying the stuff over here. And of course, we can get some more diamonds to spend in that shop over there. And with 1 stack of logs for 1 diamond, I think we are reasonably priced. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty happy with what we accomplished today. In the next episode, I already know what we're doing. Hi guys. Usually I don't, I have this bad habit, right, of talking about what I want to do in the next episode. And then sometimes when next episode comes around, I don't, like, for whatever reason, we don't actually do the thing that I said we weren't gonna do. And always makes me feel a little weird. But this time it's actually fine because the next episode has already been recorded during the course of this episode. Also, I've done this little thing, this little walk through area. I've decorated a little bit, and I want to do more around the place in this style. That's beside the point. Yeah, in the next episode, we are going to an ancient city. I have never gone through one. Well, I never had before the recording, but I can tell you that we will have had some good fun because it's actually the past, not the future. But yeah, we're taking on an ancient city together with some other people. And it was a good time talking to the folks on the server a little bit, checking out something in Minecraft that I haven't done yet. So be sure to check that out. Anyway, that's the end of this episode. Remember that you're valid, and I'll see you in the next one.